Self-education is everything, man. I have a 16-year-old son. I tell him that all the time. Once you finish school, once you finish college, then what? You think the learning just stops? No, you gotta learn somewhere from someone. And what better to learn than people that are in the trenches doing the work? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I always say that I didn't really start learning until after I graduated college. All right, everybody. So we've got Anthony here who just got done going through our BCAP program and wanted to run through some questions with you to see what your experience was like. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So,
absolutely.
Anthony, first thing I wanted to ask you is what was your experience with crypto like before you joined BCAP?
I was definitely more of a buy and hold type of person. I knew that I wanted to be involved in a community of people that were kind of in the know, right? And keeping up in what's going on in the crypto world. So yeah, just more of a buy and hold kind of person. Didn't really know what to do with my crypto or other crypto, in other aspects and whatnot.
So you're just kind of buying it and holding on to it. Did you really have a good idea of what you were buying?
Just like the main things that everybody was talking about, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, those were the first three to hit Coinbase, right? So scooping up that stuff. And I was on Binance, and I had bought some altcoins, but I had no idea. It was kind of like people would, oh, this is the new thing, this is what it is, and you can make a lot of money. And so it was like, let's throw some dollars here and there and see what it does. So that's kind of,
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of where I was at.
So you kind of felt like you were just gambling, like you're just kind of throwing money at things that people are suggesting that probably don't know what they're talking about in the first place, and then
Yeah.
just wishing for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoping one of those coins popped off. Actually, a couple of them did. I made some good money on ADA. I had bought it
Mhm.
back when it was almost the same price it is now.
Funny how that
But
works
when
out,
it did,
right?
when it did pop up to $1, $2, $3, I was like, whoa. So
Mhm.
yeah, there was some wins, there were some losses. It was definitely just a lot of gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Okay,
lot of
so what exactly have you learned through us by going through the program that's kind of changed the way that you look at investing and maybe some different strategies or whatnot? What have you kind of gotten as a big takeaway from joining BCAP?
Yeah, I would say some of my biggest takeaways were just kind of learning to diversify my portfolio as far as my crypto goes. Now, that's not my entire portfolio, right? In regards to like stocks and real estate and everything else, it's more just like my crypto portfolio. And also too, I went from the buy hold type of guy to some small time trading, like dollar cost averaging in instead of just buying chunks of stuff, and also taking profit, man. That's one of the big things. I never really took profit, and I know it's one thing that you guys kind of always preach in the course. So make sure you take profit. So just having that diversified portfolio and being able to realize profit, and now I have crypto that I've got my money back for, but I still own the crypto, so it's just sitting there. And if it does pop off, I have the opportunity to make a lot of money off money that I didn't have, right? Because I got my original investment back. So those are some big ones for me. And then really just kind of understanding DeFi on a whole new level, understanding how to actually do the back end research on some of these coins by going to their Twitter and their website, and just kind of doing the due diligence to really figure out if there's real people behind them, or how many people are behind them, or who's behind them, and if the coin is some type of potential to provide utility into the real world, and things like that. Those were things that I never really looked at before joining the program. So
Awesome. So you're seeing the real world utility and how it can be applied to solving a lot of the problems that we have that weren't previously solvable, is what it sounds like. So, what has that done for you as far as your conviction around the whole cryptocurrency markets?
well, I'm a big believer in the blockchain technology. I think we kind of briefly spoke about this on our last call, but at the end of the day, we don't know who the head honcho or the main winner of the coins are going to be, right? I mean, we know Bitcoin's a staple, but just kind of like being in the know, and it's almost like insider information, right? Like when there's great people behind a coin, and they're a great company, and they've survived through the thick and the thin, and they provide utility, and they provide things that could be game changing to our world. That's probably something that you want to be invested in, right? Having that insider information, which probably one of the many great things about big crypto is Yoni and you and the other guys in there. They're constantly doing the research for us, because for me, I'm a very busy person in my own career and a couple businesses that I have, and being a full-time father, to have, a community of people that are behind the scenes doing all this research and then saying, hey, we like this. Hey, we like this. Hey, this doesn't look good. Or, hey, this company's looking bad. If you have any money in it, pull your funds out ASAP. You know what I mean? So it's that community of information, you know what I mean, that really kind of feel like can help boost me and give me a little bit of an advantage, right? Of course, we don't have no magic crystal ball. We can't see the future and know exactly where the market's going to go. But the more knowledge, the more information you have, then it gives you somewhat of an advantage, right? I guess it's kind of like sports. You can go bet on sports all day, but if you really know about the players and who's injured and who's not, and if it's home field or not, like those are all little advantages that can kind of give you the upper hand on the betting aspect, right? Similar to that.
So to you, it's like finding your edge, right? It's like kind of like stacking the cards in your favor is what you really feel like you're doing by being a part of big crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. The community of people and the insider knowledge and the information is, where else can you get that?
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. So, Anthony, what would you tell somebody who's sitting on the fence about joining BCAP?
We live in the age of information, so I'm a big believer, and this is like the new college, right? Everybody's look at what's going on right now. Student loan deletions, people in debt, they come out of school with these degrees that they don't even use, and all this debt that they're working so long to pay off. It's like there's no cryptocurrency college classes, right? So, if you believe it's the future and you have to know how big and how game-changing blockchain technology is, if you want to be in the know and if you want to have some potential to set yourself up to make some great gains or some good investments and be a part of the greatest wealth transfer in history, then you gotta get in. You gotta enroll, and you gotta put in the work, go through the courses, show up to the calls, ask the questions, and educate yourself. Self-education is everything, man. I have a 16-year-old son. I tell him that all the time. Once you finish school, once you finish college, then what? You think the learning just stops? No, you gotta learn somewhere from someone. And what better to learn than people that are in the trenches doing the work? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I always say that I didn't really start learning until after I graduated college. But awesome, man.
True, man.
I really appreciate it,
Real life
bro.
lessons.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and we'll see you inside the Discord because I know that you're continuing on with us, and we'll see you in there, and just let us know if you have any questions.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you, Yoni, Matt, Johnny, all you guys, man.